So the transfer window just ended. It is the 1st of February, so it literally ended yesterday, and Arsenal have bottled it. Now I'm going to be doing these type of videos very frequently on other teams in the league as well. We're going to be looking at United, Chelsea, Spurs, City, all the top half teams, and we're going to be looking at some of the bottom teams as well. You know, the Evertons, the Villas, Newcastle. All three of those teams done quite well in the transfer window. So we're going to be speaking about them in the future. But today is about Arsenal. As an Arsenal fan, got Arsenal in the background, got Arsenal on my chest. But I'm not happy about today's video because I wanted to make this video and talk about how Arsenal have signed players that are going to help us get top four. We look at the Premier League this season, we look at how the top four is shaping up, and this was Arsenal's chance to get top four if we made the right signings. Instead of making signings, we let players go. We let Maitland-Niles go to Roma. We let Aubameyang, looks like he's going to be going to Barcelona. We'll speak about that more in a bit. We let Callum Chambers go to Aston Villa. It's been a very, very poor window from Arsenal. But yeah, just to quickly talk about Aubameyang more. So one of the positions that we needed to strike was a striker. Now, in my opinion, we needed a midfielder more than we needed a striker, but a striker was definitely on the bucket list. Aubameyang looks like he's going to be going to Barcelona. It was a bit of a weird one. Barcelona said they didn't have the money. Now they're saying they're going to find the money. He's in Spain, ready to play for Barcelona. It looks like it will happen. Obviously, the transfer window has ended here in England. Not sure how it works for countries abroad, but he looks like he will be joining Barcelona. Thank you for everything done. Won us the FA Cup single-handedly. We have to admit that. Scored 2 in the semis and then 2 in the finals. He's a brilliant player, Aubameyang. Won the Golden Boot in his first season. Love him. He was the first number 14 player that I got on the back of an Arsenal shirt. One of my favourite players for Arsenal. I feel embarrassed as a fan for what Arteta has done to him. Same thing he done with Ozil. Ridiculous. This is why I'm Arteta out. People criticize me for being Arteta out, but my reasons are backed. You know, we look at this transfer window, we're letting key players go, but we're not bringing anyone in. You know, we really needed a midfielder. One of the midfielders we were looking at was Bruno Guimaraes, you know, the player that went to Newcastle. And the reason why Newcastle signed him is because they obviously have what Arsenal don't, which is money. Arsenal have money, but we're not backed enough by our board, you know, the Cronkies. Poor performance from Edu in this January transfer window. He done absolutely nothing. You know, he thought he could sign Nicolas Pepe, and what, I don't even know if it was him that signed Nicolas Pepe, but that signing probably thought, you know what, we spent so much money on him, we spent 50 million on Ben White. I don't know. I just don't know how this Arsenal board think. They thought we were going to get gas with those signings. We're not. We need midfielders. Most importantly, you know, we looked at the situation we were in. Luckily, our game against Wolves got postponed because we had no midfield. You know, Xhaka was suspended. Partey was at AFCON. Samuel Lukonga's not good enough. 80 million now has gone, obviously, to Roma. El Neni is still at AFCON, doing very well with Egypt. Got man of the match the other night. Our midfield situation right now is diabolical. It's colossal, if you ask me. And we really need a midfielder. Obviously, Xhaka is back. Partey is back from AFCON. They got kicked out. But they're pretty much the only two experienced and good enough midfielders we have. And Xhaka, we know, can get a red card at any moment. And if any of them get injured, we're back to square one. I think our chance of top four is gone, if you ask me. Because like I said, I'm going to be doing another video on Spurs. But they actually made very good signings on deadline day. You know, they bought in Kulusevski. They bought in Bentancur. They let Dele Alli go to Everton. They've done very well, in my opinion. Very last second, they've done very well, however. Obviously, they lost out on Luis Diaz, who went to Liverpool in the end. But at the end of the day, they made signings that they needed. However, they still didn't sign a defender, which is the only thing. You know, we'll make a whole nother video on Spurs. But yeah, Arsenal, it looks like everyone around us wants to do well, and we're just there slacking. We think that what we have is good enough. We've got the youngest average age in the Premier League right now on our starting 11, but they're just not going to be good enough for the long run. You know, we look at Chelsea, they got Thiago Silva, Azpilicueta, a bunch of experience in there, Lukaku up front. You know, United, they have Cristiano Ronaldo, they have Cavani, Varane at the back. Arsenal don't have that. We've got very, very young players. Our most experienced player, our oldest player in the starting 11, I believe, is Granit Xhaka. And he's not really a player that makes you jump out of your seat. So, you know, we were linked to Ronaldo Sanchez. We didn't sign him. We didn't even put in a bid for him. Bruno Guimaraes went to Newcastle for 4 times his wage. Like I said, they got money. Who else were we linked? We were linked to Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa. You know, we let Callum Chambers go. Why didn't we involve that in a little swap deal? I think it was like 35 million. We were looking for Douglas Luiz. It would have been overpriced, but it would have been a player that we needed. Who else were we looking at? We were looking at some other midfielders that just popped up here and there. Maybe Ramsey could have been a shout. He took a major pay cut to join Rangers. Why didn't we bring him in at Arsenal? Still a very good player. I think when he was at Arsenal, he was one of our better players. Tielemans, we were linked with him. We didn't even put in a bid for him. But it's poor management from Arsenal, man. And it really is going to hinder our chances in top four. I personally don't think we're going to get it. I can definitely be proven wrong, but one injury is all it takes for it to go upside down for Arsenal. One injury is all it takes, because we have a very, very thin squad. We look at the teams around us that are fighting for a top four. Their squad depth is amazing. I wish I had their kind of squad depth. But then we look at our team and it's like, who do we have to bring off the bench now? Sambi Lokonga. We have Tavares for left back, and we saw the performances he put in against Liverpool. You know, our backup keeper looks like he's going to be going in the summer. He was meant to go to Newcastle, but they didn't really put in a bid. That wasn't really their priority. But he's definitely going to go in summer, if you ask me. We just sold our best backup right back, in my opinion, in Callum Chambers. Cedric is just arse, and now we've got him as our backup. You know, sometimes we have to see Ben White play right back, and him up the field just doesn't look right. You know, we were linked with Tariq Lamptey, who was another backup right back. We didn't even put in a bid for him. Just poor from Arsenal, if you ask me. Colossal. You know, this was an absolute bottling, and I think our chance of top four has been absolutely hindered. You know, out of United, Spurs, Arsenal, if you ask me who's going to get top four right now, I would say Spurs, because they are genuinely trying to better their team, and they have. But yeah, poor from Arsenal, man. Poor from Arsenal. The fact that we didn't sign a striker, you know, our backup striker now is Nketiah. Balogun is on loan. So Nketiah is all we have, and that is a player that I do not like. I do not like Nketiah. I think he offers nothing. You know, Pepe doesn't play. He's done very well. AFCON scored 3 goals. They obviously kicked out. But Pepe, when he's at Arsenal, doesn't play. Saka has been overrun to the ground. So, you know, we could have even potentially signed a winger. There's a lot of wingers on the market right now. We didn't sign one. Pepe, Arteta doesn't like him, so I don't see him playing. I feel like Saka is just going to burn out. You know, news came out today actually about us offering Saka a new contract. I think he will accept. He is Arsenal through and through. If he doesn't accept, I'll be very surprised. But we still need a backup winger. You know, people look at the winging position and they think we don't need a backup winger. Of course we do. I mean, Pepe barely plays. Saka's young. Martinelli's young. Smith Rowe comes off the left-hand side sometimes. He's young. Other than that, tell me another winger that we have. Arsenal are in dire need of transfers, and we haven't made any in January, so it's going to make things even harder for us in summer, because if we haven't got the money now, what makes you think we're going to have the money in summer? We were the team that spent the most, I believe, last summer with the signings that we made. I think it was like 130 million. We're not going to be able to get that kind of money again. The players that we signed, we got for absolute bargains. You know, Tomiyasu 18 million. If we want Champions League, we're going to want to sign big players. We've looked at big players. The players that I've mentioned: Renato Sanchez, Tielemans, Isaac. You know, rumours were that we triggered his release clause of 75 million. Why didn't we just put that 75 million towards Vlahovic? Isaac is not even coming anyway. So, you know, if that was a last minute decision that just couldn't go through in time, you know, we saw all these pictures about Isaac in Finsbury Park, his car insured to London. Maybe it might be announced. It is only a day after. Maybe we signed it and the paperwork's done, but we're just waiting for the announcement. I believe that's what we've done with Pepe, if I'm not mistaken. We've done that with someone, where we signed him, transfer window ended, but we still announced them after. Maybe I might end this video and Isaac might be announced. I don't think it will. If it does, I'll be very surprised. But Vlahovic, we lost out to Juventus. They offered a way less money than us. They offered like 50-something million, I believe it was. Obviously with add-ons. But I think one of our bids got rejected over like 66 million. I don't know, man. It's just poor from Arsenal, you know. We don't even get enough information. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I don't think, you know, I think our chances to top 4 have been hindered. Yeah, just let me know what you think's going to happen with Arsenal. Do you think we're going to get top 4? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next one, whatever team it may be.